Good morning, and welcome to your morning cereal.
Okay, good morning and welcome to Wednesday. And you know what day it is, so I don't even have to say it. But it's also May 21st, and it's brimming with some great celebrations today. And I hope you picked some strawberries yesterday because today is National Strawberries and Cream Day. So, yes, please, maybe poolside or at the beach for me. And it's also National Waitstaff Day, so show some extra appreciation to those who go above and beyond. And maybe not the ones that let your glass stay empty for 15 minutes at a time. You know what I'm talking about. Maybe just use today as a learning experience for them. Well, lastly, it's World Day for Cultural Diversity. And it's a good reminder to embrace and celebrate the rich tapestry of cultures all around our globe. And speaking of a rich tapestry of golden neck chains in this case, our quote today is from the iconic Mr. T. Quote, "Don't wait for someone else to make you happy. Create your own happiness." End quote. Well, I definitely pity the fool that doesn't take charge of his own emotional well-being. Well, today's news, facts, and birthdays are for May 21st. And we're going to start back in 1881 when, on this date, Clara Barton, she founded the American Red Cross in Washington, D.C. Then on this date in 1904, FIFA, the world governing body of football, or soccer as we say here in the U.S., was founded. Then in 1927 on this date, Charles Lindbergh, he completed the first solo nonstop transatlantic flight, landing in Paris after 33.5 hours in the air on the Spirit of St. Louis. Then lastly, in 1991, finally, after 19 nominations, Susan Lucci, she won her first Emmy for Best Actress for her role on ABC's All My Children. Okay, let's turn to the news headlines today as they are at recording here. First, JP Morgan CEO, he's warning of a potential stock market correction as reported by CNBC. So Jamie Dimon, who's the CEO, he cautioned that the stock market could experience a correction of approximately 10%. And he attributes this potential downturn to companies lowering their earning estimates amid the ongoing economic uncertainties. Then the Wall Street Journal is reporting former President Joe Biden, he's been diagnosed with an aggressive late-stage prostate cancer that has metastasized to his bones. And despite the severity, apparently medical experts note that with the appropriate treatment, patients can manage the disease effectively. And then lastly, NPR is reporting that House Republicans are working to advance a comprehensive budget bill that includes extending the 2017 tax cuts, implementing Medicaid work requirements, and increasing border security funding. However, internal divisions persist, particularly over the proposed Medicaid cuts and the state and local tax deduction caps. So we'll keep an eye on this one over the next day or so. Well, happy birthday to you. If today is your birthday, you share a birthday with Josh Allen, the NFL quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. He turns 28 today. Then the Belgian-Austrian singer-songwriter who's famous for his hit Somebody That I Used to Know, Cody, he's 44. Then lastly, former professional wrestler and actor, best known for his roles as B.A. Baracus in the A-Team and Clubber Lang in Rocky III, Mr. T, he is 72 today. And the number one song on this date back in 1991 was I Like the Way, The Kissing Game by High Five. Now, this catchy song became High Five's biggest hit, topping the Billboard Hot 100, and it earned gold certification. But perhaps the song's most interesting fact is the fact that the song became the 1,000th number one song, the 1,000th number one single that was listed in Billboard magazine. Well, I like the way we are turning the page from Habit 1, be proactive, to Habit 2, begin with the end in mind, in Stephen R. Covey's The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And Covey doesn't ease us into this chapter. He opens this chapter up with a mental exercise that he'd like you just to slow down, maybe sit somewhere by yourself for a minute and really think through it. He wants you to picture yourself attending a funeral. Actually, you're attending your own funeral. And there's 4 speakers that are scheduled to talk about you. It's a family member, a friend, a coworker, and a community member. So what is it? He wants you to write these down actually, but what do you hope that they're going to say about you? And more importantly, what would they actually say about you? So here's Covey's point. If you don't know what you're working toward in this life, right, then how can you be sure you're headed in the right direction? Covey says, quote, all things are created twice. There's a mental or a first creation and a physical or a second creation to all things, end quote. Now, this principle that every action, every result starts first as an idea is central to habit 2. It's about using imagination and conscience to design your life instead of reacting to it. And unlike habit 1, which centers on personal responsibility, habit 2 asks, what's your personal mission? What values guide you? Covey introduces the idea of crafting a personal mission statement, okay? A short, principle-based expression of what matters most to you. And don't make it fluff. It's actually got to be what's really important to you. It's the filter through which decisions are going to get made in your life when you know what you're all about. Everything from how you spend your time to how you respond under pressure, that all starts to align. Covey warns that many people climb the ladder of success only to realize that the ladder is leaning against the wrong wall. That's what habit 2 aims to prevent. Drifting into success that feels hollow because it was never yours to begin with. Quote, if the ladder is not leaning against the right wall, every step we take just gets us to the wrong place faster, end quote. And Covey also distinguishes leadership from management in this habit. Leadership is doing the right things. Management is doing things right. Habit 2 is where we choose what matters before we chase what's efficient. So that's the quick introduction to habit 2. Here's the takeaway. Begin with the end in mind by defining what success actually looks like to you. Write it down. Live by it. Because if you don't decide what your legacy is, the world will decide it for you. And the world might not get it right for you. All right, tomorrow we explore the first subsection, what it means to begin with the end in mind. Well, that wraps up this Hump Days edition of Morning Cereal. Mr. T would say that's enough jibber jabber. So remember, happiness to some level is a choice. Take charge of your own joy. Thanks for joining us today. Come back tomorrow as we get a bit deeper into Covey's second habit, and have a fantastic day. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to the Morning Cereal podcast on the One Life Live It channel. You can find more episodes and videos by visiting our YouTube channel and the website at Sean Inglis and at SeanInglis.com, where you can also follow our other podcasts, the Mr. and Mrs. Inglis podcast and the Life Happens podcast. In these other podcasts, we'll dive deeper into everyday issues, self-improvement and well-being, business and finance, and we welcome special guests too. So join us. It'll be a good time, I promise. Thanks again for listening. Have a fantastic day, and we'll see you tomorrow.